Schumachef, not so luxury cruises. Just imagine that you just planned your dream getaway in one of the nicest climates around the world. You have been planning this cruise for years now and you finally get to go on it. The weather in North Dakota is terrible, but where most cruises travel, the weather is exceptionally nice. You finally are traveling when all of a sudden you hear alarms going off and find out that your cruise is not going to go as you expect it to. The Titanic, the Costa Concordia, and the Carnival Triumph are three luxury cruise ships that have had extreme problems. My family and I were planning on going on some kind of trip over the coming winter, but after the most recent cruise accident, we decided to keep our feet on the ground. If you're planning on taking a cruise, this is not to scare you off, but to explain what kind of risks you could be facing. The Titanic may have sunk a long time ago, but it is one of the first luxury cruise ships. The Costa Concordia and the Carnival Triumph are two recent luxury ships to have problems. The RMS Titanic was one of the biggest, most luxurious, and supposedly the safest ship during its time. The Titanic was an engineering masterpiece and it was supposed to be unsinkable. According to the Encyclopedia Britannica, the Titanic was built with 16 compartments in the bottom of the ship that were supposed to be sealed, and they were supposed to hold the ship afloat even if 4 of the compartments were punctured. The Titanic only had 20 lifeboats that each could hold 65 people, but the crew at the time only allowed a few people on each in fear that the lowering mechanisms might break. The crew of the Titanic had canceled their scheduled evacuation plan earlier that day before the accident had happened. The cost of the Titanic and the price of the tickets were extremely expensive for someone who lived in 1912, but many people wanted to be the first on the ships. The cost of the Titanic was estimated around $7,500,000 in 1912, but now it would cost around $400,000 according to the Webb Titanic 2001. The price for a one-way ticket on this ship in 1912 was very expensive for each of the 3 classes. A first-class ticket cost $150 or $1,724 today. A second-class ticket cost $60 or $690 today. And a third-class ticket cost $40 around $400 today. The Titanic had its accident while it was on its maiden voyage from Queenstown, Ireland to New York, United States of America. On April 14th, 1912, the Titanic crashed into an iceberg in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. According to Live Science 2012, it is estimated that more than 1,500 people died in the Titanic crash. According to Encyclopedia Britannica, the Titanic is now located 13,000 feet under the surface of the Atlantic Ocean, and the ship was not discovered until September 1st, 1985. The Costa Concordia is a 950-foot luxurious 3,200 passenger cruise ship. The Costa Concordia was the safest ship, but without direction, chaos erupted. Passengers are required to complete a safety drill within 24 hours from the time they boarded the ship, but the Costa Concordia was only a few hours into their voyage according to Los Angeles Times. According to Live Science 2012, it is required that the Costa Concordia needs to have enough lifeboat space for more than all of the people on board the ship. It is required that there are always more than enough life jackets for all the people in each designated area on the Costa Concordia, but some people were unable to reach them. The Costa Concordia is a luxurious ship, and because of the price of the ship, tickets are not cheap. According to ABC World News, Costa Concordia's parent company, Costa parent company, Carnival Cruises, an amazing $650 million when it was built in 2004. I was not able to find prices of Costa Concordia cruise, but other cruises similar to the Costa Concordia cost different depending on where you decided to sleep. According to the website Costa Concordia Cruises 2013, if you decided to sleep in the inner part of the ship, the price of your room would cost about $470, whereas if you decided to purchase a suite, your room would cost about $1,400. The Costa Concordia had its accident while it was cruising around the island of Giglio. According to Live Science 2012, on January 13th, 2012, Costa Concordia scraped along underwater rocks near the town of Giglio in the Mediterranean Sea. As of January 18th, 11 people were dead and another 23 were unaccounted for. According to the Daily Beast 2013, the Costa Concordia is being prepared to be lifted out of the water. by the largest sea salvage operation ever. According to ABC News, February 14th, 2013, the Carnival Triumph is a 14-story, 3,400 passenger luxurious cruise ship. The Triumph had all of the safety features required by current luxury cruise liners. Just like the Costa Concordia, the Triumph is required to have safety drill within 24 hours from the time the passengers boarded the ship. According to the New York Daily News, February 19th, 2013, it is required by law for the Triumph to have enough lifeboat space for more than all of the people on the ship. The Triumph had a fire suppression system that played a very important role in the safety of the passengers on board at the time of the accident. According to the Ship and Cruise 2004, the Triumph is an extremely large and expensive luxury ship. The ship cost $410 million when it was built in 1999. There are 4 different rooms on the Triumph. For a 4-day trip, an interior room costs about $489, an ocean view room costs $525, a balcony room costs $595, and a suite room costs $935. The Triumph was on a trip from Galveston, Texas when it lost power about 150 miles off of the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, according to the Bismarck Tribune, February 15th, 2013. On February 10th, 2013, the Triumph had a fire that destroyed the ship's generators and main power. The passengers had to live without showers or bathrooms for 4 nights. 4 tugboats pulled the ship to Mobile, Alabama, where on February 14th, its passengers were finally able to disembark from the ship. The Titanic was supposed to be the safest ship of its time, but when you are on the sea, anything can happen. The Costa Concordia and the Triumph are both modern-day ships, and they show that even modern ships can have problems no matter how safe they are. Cruises are still relaxing and safe and fun, but sometimes it is nice to know what could possibly go wrong.